this week on Philly, Pit of Misery. The Eagles are coming off a completely disgraceful loss this past Monday to the Dallas Cowboys. And just when you thought the off-the-field drama was a thing of the past, you'd be mistaken. A fan messages Jalen Reagor on Instagram that night, saying that if you score a touchdown tonight, I'll get you a Big Mac. He does not accomplish this. And he later messages him saying that he sucks. Because it's totally his fault the offense can't get anything going for the most part in that game. Of course, people have been saying that Reagor's been ineffective as of late. He responds to this the same way most thick-skinned people would. He threatens violence against the disgruntled fantasy player. He did later go on Twitter to try to deny it, but unfortunately there was video screen-recorded evidence against him. And he ended up deleting those tweets later on. But unfortunately for him, whatever goes on the internet stays there. Luckily, that's about it, and we go back to the link against a Chiefs team that looks rather mortal. They've been mistake-prone so far this season. I mean, they turned the ball over 3 consecutive times against the Chargers in that loss. Maybe the Eagles can get things going and do the same. I hope. So, we get ball first. We march down the field. I'm already liking what I'm seeing. We're moving the ball. We don't look skittish. Hurts is doing his thing. Smith's doing his thing. Even Reagor got a first down on a running play, though. That ended up being his only touch. But unfortunately, all that is completely ruined because Hurts overthrew an easy touchdown to Zach Ertz. Miscommunication there, perhaps. I don't know. And all we end up doing is kicking a field goal. Not good. Especially against a Chiefs offense that is pretty dangerous. And even with all the mistakes that are made, you can't count Patrick Mahomes out completely. So how does he respond to this? He ends up looking like his old self, and he marches down the field with minimal resistance as well to answer back with a touchdown. Oh boy. But the Eagles have other plans. We march down the field the same way they do. We're back in the red zone, and I'm pretty sure that was a fumble. I initially thought he was down by contact, but when you looked at the replay, the ball came out before the knee hit the ground. The Eagles were smart by getting to the line before the Chiefs could throw the red flag, and we end up getting a touchdown to make it 10-7. But unfortunately, Chiefs eventually find their way back into the red zone as well, and it looked like we were in prime position to keep them out of the end zone, but fucking Christ, Barnett. Oh my God, as Nick Sirianni said last week, it's always him. God fucking damn it. Get him off this team already. Find a trade partner for him. Something. I swear, this guy could... Someone even put up an interesting stat, said that he has more penalties than sacks. He's got to be gone at least midway through the season. That would be great. But eventually, and when we answered back, it looked like we answered back with a touchdown, but apparently we get called for a penalty, and oh, look who it is. A fucking J.J. Arcega-Whiteside sighting, but not the one we want to see. First of all, I have to ask the question. Why are you still here? Seriously. And of course, that completely screws us, and we have to kick a field goal. So, therefore, Kansas City has the ball with enough time left to score again before the half. By the way, they got the ball back to start the second half. And what a shocker, they score another touchdown to make it 21-13 at halftime. 21-13 at halftime, and they have the ball to start the second half. Not ideal. But when they get first possession, they end up turning the football over, and it's like, okay, maybe we can get something cooking. Maybe we can get back into this thing. Unfortunately, all we managed to do is a field goal. Because god damn. What in the goddamn hell is those play calls? Can't get out of our own way with penalties, bad red zone play calling. It's like, it seemed like the offense needed to do every single thing right because the defense was the equivalent of a landfill. Trash everywhere. The Chiefs, Patty Mahomes and the Chiefs imposed their will on that sorry-ass defense. And they end up scoring another touchdown. Were you surprised that that happened? Yeah, me either. I mean, come the fuck on. How come the... I mean, I understand it's Patrick Mahomes, but even then, it's like... Can we not... Why do we keep allowing 9-yard gains? Can we somehow not allow easy 3rd and 1 conversions? I mean, Jesus, this has got to be one of the worst defenses I've seen in years. How is everyone on this team pretending this shit is fine? This is a fucking disgrace. Sorry, I kind of lost my cool there for a second. Eventually, the Eagles got back into it, and they were marching down the field. It looked like... I did not agree with that. I did not agree with that call. I didn't think... I thought that late hit call was pretty weak. Although this has got to be one of the worst officiating crews I've seen in a while. I appreciate the bullshit, but no. We did get another touchdown, but it really didn't matter because, once again, the defense does absolutely nothing. Patrick Mahomes is looking like his old self. He's returning to MVP form. He had to pick this fucking time to return to form. Couldn't his brother Jackson have done some retarded shit before the game? That would have really helped. Apparently not. And unfortunately, our offense eventually runs out of gas, and we end up not being able to convert another 4th down. We did score a touchdown in garbage time, but the game was already out of reach, and we fall 42-30. I'll tell you what. That's about as brutal of a loss as I could think of. It's not the most heartbreaking, but it definitely is one of the most brutal. Well, except for maybe this one. Or this one. Or this one. And... possibly maybe even this one. Despite what you may be thinking, this was definitely a winnable game. And that may be one of the more frustrating parts about this. It seems like the offense needed to play picture perfect, and they just couldn't do that because they just... Number one, they're inexperienced. Number two, they're undisciplined. So it's... And... that, aside from the defense not being able to stop a tumbleweed... you're not going to win. That's a recipe for disaster right there, my friends. I appreciate the fact that the offense got a little bit better. I really do. I mean, could be worse right now. We could be New Orleans. Holy shit, they just lost to the Giants. I mean, I'm gonna bring forth some optimism as I can. I mean, we did look better on defense, and there's some other good news regarding the Panthers, but I gotta mention the bad news first. The bad news is the Cowboys beat the Panthers. The good news is the Panthers look more beatable. They look like they've been welcomed back to reality. Though Dallas did sort of kind of falcon in the end, but it wasn't enough. Speaking of which, the Falcons falconed against Washington. So basically what that means is every NFC East team won except us. But we can't really think about that too much now. We gotta focus on our own problems. And the problems and our own question marks, and it's this. Does this team have any sort of discipline? Can the offense get more in sync? Can they build off their improvement? Can this defense even stop a light breeze? Spoiler alert, no. But I gotta take this one game at a time, but this one was a perfect example of you win as a team, lose as a team. And that was pretty evident. Anyway, I'm gonna get up out of here because I'm hungry. I'll see you next time.